Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to the FCS Football channel. And today we are going to be talking about Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's new contract. Now, I said it in the announcement video of said contract that it was going to be a controversial decision to give Ole Gunnar Solskjaer a new deal, and it has proven to be just that. And I'm here today to just tell you my opinions on the deal and try and convince you either one way or the other about the deal. Now, I've said on this channel for a long time, I'm neither Ole in or Ole out. I'm Ole on the fence. And I'm this way because I think there's a lot of ways Ole Gunnar Solskjaer needs to improve, but at the same time, I think there's a lot of ways where Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has done well and deserves credit. And I believe that if you're in the Ole in camp, you in a way completely disregard all the things he has to improve on. And if you're in the Ole out, you do the opposite and you disregard all the things he has done really well. And that's where I sit. And that is why I believe this contract, well, for one, it's certainly expected. I remember about 3 months ago, there was rumours about this deal being done. I made a video on why I believed at the time Ole Gunnar Solskjaer should leave Manchester United as manager. Not get sacked, but should leave or take a demoted role and maybe become the assistant manager or something like that. That was before we played Brighton, which was about 3 or 4 months ago. So this deal has been on the cards for a long time. So like I said, it was expected. And I think it's deserved. Now, a lot of you might have clicked off this video by now. But listen, well, hear me out. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has, at Manchester United, has done many good things. For one, has become the first manager since Sir Alex Ferguson to get back-to-back Champions League football. A third place and a second place. Third to second, again, is improvement. That is something we should be happy about. While it's not first place for sure, and that's where we ultimately want to be, since Sir Alex Ferguson's left, no one's got top spot. This year, we were in, well, it was the latest we've ever been in a title challenge. Under Mourinho, when we came second, we were out of the title race by, December? We were top of the league in January. So, again, that's another positive towards Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And I will get to the negatives, I promise. I do want this to be a fairly balanced and fair video and argument. Look, it's a meme that, we lose a lot in semi-finals or we bottle it in finals. But we're getting there. That is something we have to somewhat praise him for. Of course, it's not good enough to just be getting there. You want to be doing more if you are getting there. But we are generally doing well in cups. Getting to semi-finals, getting to finals, getting to quarter-finals. At this point, if we don't get to a semi-final, it's kind of weird. And that isn't the case under other managers. Mourinho, in his first season, yes, he did brilliantly. But we forget about the FA Cup that year under Mourinho, where we got embarrassed by Chelsea and absolutely dominated by Chelsea. Again, in his second year, obviously when we came second, again, FA Cup final against Chelsea, we lost. Carabao Cup, we lost to Bristol City. But because we came second under Mourinho that year, that gets ignored. But under Ole, when we lose to a Leicester or we lose to teams that are generally better than us, like Man City, it's, we're awful. I mean, don't get me wrong, there has been some poor performances in where we should be doing better in semi-finals and finals. When we lost to Chelsea in the FA Cup, we'd beaten them 3 times that year. So yes, we should have done better in that game. Villarreal, we should have beat Villarreal. Sevilla and Leicester as well. However, let's not act as if these are bad teams. These aren't Bristol Cities. These ain't the MK Dons under Louis van Gaal. These are top teams. And we're almost treating these defeats as worse than them. We got absolutely embarrassed by MK Dons. 4-0? And we act as if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has done worse than that because we lost to Villarreal. Of course, yes, we want to be beating Villarreal. But Villarreal aren't a pushover. I just think there's a lot of unfair criticism on these semi-final defeats. I think, again, if you talk about Sevilla when we lost in the Europa League semi-final, we were the better team. And on another day, we win that game 3-0. What I remember of the game, awful defensively. That game, we gave away 2 sloppy goals, but they were only real chances of the game. And their goalkeeper had an absolute stormer. On another day, we win that game and we go to the final against Inter Milan. Yes, we want to be doing better than getting semi-finals all the time, but at least we're making there. Like I said, under other managers, we haven't. Under people that we deem to have been good enough, we haven't made it to these semi-finals. So that is something, while again, we can't be completely happy with. We shouldn't be using it as a stick to beat Ole Gunnar Solskjaer with. When really, eventually, we'll get over this semi-final barrier like we did in the Europa League this year or last season. And we will start winning them. I mean, furthermore, on the positives, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has undoubtedly steadied the ship. You think about back when Mourinho got sacked, Pogba wanted to leave and was, there was all shit going on. Martial was keeping Mourinho in a job, and despite that, he still wanted him out. Sanchez was still on the books, brought in by Mourinho. I mean, that should say it all, shouldn't it? Luke Shaw, who's become, under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the best left back in the world, in my opinion, or at least was last season. Where was he going? He was never playing. He steadied the ship magnificently, considering the mess that it was left in. And again, that deserves credit. And finally, look, because I know people will use how much we've spent under Ole as a stick once again to beat him, saying, Mourinho, you can't discredit Mourinho, he wasn't backed. How was he not backed if Ole has been? Their net spends over Ole's time and Mourinho's time. These stats are according to Transfer Marks. They might not be 100% of course, but Mourinho spent £309 million on players. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has spent 327 million on players. That 327 million is including Rafael Varane. And Ole's average age of players is 25.5 or 25 and a half. Mourinho's is 26 and a half. So it's a whole year younger. Plus, if you remove Ighalo, it comes down to 25. And obviously, Ighalo was a loan deal. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is signing younger and for similar prices. And could you not argue better deals? Van der Beek, class. Jadon Sancho, class. Mourinho, had 3 centre-backs, was it? Was it 3 or 2? No, 2. Had 2 centre-backs in Lindelof and Bailly. Both liabilities. We're having to buy Varane to replace Lindelof, and Bailly's always injured. I think he's done quite well in the transfer market, Ole. And look, this is when we now move on to the negatives. The bit a lot of you Ole Outwards would love. Where I will discredit Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And the first of these criticisms is the style of football and levels of performances. At times, they are nowhere near good enough. And look, if you watch my watch-alongs, I'm more than happy to agree with that and say that on my live streams. I've said it plenty of times. We are too slow at getting the ball forward at times. We overload our attack. And that's the type of problems we've had in Europa League final, for example. We took what was a working formula with Paul Pogba on the left wing, and where we would create so many chances, we changed that for the Europa League final by putting Rashford, Bruno, Greenwood and Cavani, and it didn't work. Because we overloaded our attack and we didn't have any creativity in that front line. But let's not pretend this levels of performances and style of football haven't been a problem since Sir Alex Ferguson left. Van Gaal was hounded out the club for playing boring football and being too conservative, trying to pass it too often and not going for games more. The year we came second, We were absolutely hammering Jose Mourinho for how defensive we were and some of these shocking results. I remember the game after we beat Man City at the Etihad to keep us in a title race, or what it really was to stop Man City winning the league against us. The game after that, we went and lost to West Brom. A West Brom that I believe were already relegated. Like, let's not pretend these games where we play awfully are something new just under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. They happened under Mourinho. He was hounded out the club because of these performances and because of the standard of performances, as was Louis van Gaal. And obviously David Moyes was David Moyes. And then again, look, I've covered this slightly already, but the semi-finals are finals. Like I say, of course we want to be winning these semi-finals and finals. That's what any club wants. But you have to get there to win them. And under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, we expect to get there now. And under Mourinho, we didn't as much, especially in the seasons after the first one. In the first one, we were great. We won the League Cup, we won the Europa League, we won the Community Shield, didn't we? Second year, we lost to Bristol City in the Carabao Cup or whatever it was at the time. FA Cup, we got to the final, sure, but we got humiliated really by Chelsea. We were rubbish. Champions League, we lost to Sevilla across 2 legs. Is this the manager that was supposedly so great that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is awful compared to? Again, in one situation losing to Sevilla, it's nothing. Let's not talk about it. But when it's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in a game where we actually deserve to win it, it's he's awful. We always lose semi-finals. But again, if going back to that Sevilla game, in a game where we were awful both legs, and in both legs Sevilla deserved to win, we ignore that. And look, this isn't me saying Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is the perfect manager. Of course he's not. There are other managers and potentially better managers. But we're not a Chelsea. We're a team and a club that likes to try and have a manager long term. And that's Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I mean, I think I've made a pretty compelling argument as to why I believe this new deal is deserved for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And look, I ask you, I beg you, put in the comments down below your arguments as to why you disagree with me, and we can have and get a debate going. But I truly believe that while there might be better managers out there, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer deserves a new contract. And going into this season, he is getting backed more and more. We are getting and signing some top level players. We're getting Jadon Sancho. We're getting Rafael Varane. If we can get a defensive midfielder, we have no excuses not to be trying to win trophies, not to be competing for a Premier League title. For the first time really since Sir Alex Ferguson left. I think this is one of the first times you can really say, I'm excited for the next season. I mean, under Mourinho, going to our second year with him, I was. But this year I'm more excited. I have more faith that Paul Pogba might change his mind and want to stay than I ever did under Mourinho. And that's a positive. Something that we should be praising Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for. Yes, he hasn't technically signed one yet, but do we not all agree that he's more likely to now under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, given the feeling around the club in general is just 10 times better? Like I said, I encourage you guys to get down in the comments down below. Let me know your opinions. I want to have a debate about this because, like I said, I'm not Ole in, I'm not Ole out. I'm Ole on the fence. But I do believe he deserves this contract. But look, that is just my opinion. Like I said, get in the comments down below. Let me know your opinions and let's have a debate in there. That's what this channel is all about, and these sort of videos are all about, creating discussion. I want to hear everyone's opinions. And look, maybe I can change your mind, maybe you can change mine, who knows. Anyway, if you have enjoyed this video, please do hit that like button below, subscribe if you're new and you haven't already. Like I said, get it down in the comments below, let me know your thoughts. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one in a bit. Peace.